American Airgunner is sponsored by Pyramid Air. Airguns are not just for kids anymore. Umarex, your premium airgun supplier. And these fine sponsors. Well, I think that's the best group I'm going to get today. Hi there and welcome back to American Airgunner. I've been outside practicing my 100-yard shooting using a .22 caliber AirForce Condor. Meanwhile, Crystal has been shooting at 10 meters with the AirForce Edge.
Well, Paul, even though they're both Air Force rifles, I think you're forgetting the biggest difference.
Mine shoots at 60 foot-pounds of energy and yours doesn't?
No, the Condor is extremely loud while the Edge is really quiet.
That's right, Crystal. You know, that should be the subject of today's episode.
Okay.
Let's talk about stealthy air guns. Stealth was the buzzword at the 2010 SHOT Show. A lot of new air rifles coming out that are really quiet. And as a matter of fact, I was able to take a closer look at the AirForce Edge, then get it in the hands of some young shooters at the Venturing Marksmanship Crew 2700 on Staten Island, New York. So let's go ahead and roll that tape.
Okay.
We'll come back and show you folks some stealthy new air guns. Like all the air guns in the AirForce line, the Edge design starts with a high-tech anodized aluminum frame. Beneath the gorgeous hood is a .177 caliber Lothar-Walther barrel for uncompromised accuracy. The air reservoir is small and easy to fill with a hand pump and has an adjustable cheek piece. The precision diopter sight and front globe keep you on target for exceptional accuracy, whether standing, kneeling, or in the prone position. The ingenious racetrack design of the cocking system allows you not only to dry fire, but also lets you put the rifle on safe. The Edge has repeatable adjustments for accommodating any shooter and is completely ambidextrous.
Last year, about halfway through the year, I took over as director when my predecessor could no longer do it. And this is my first full year as being director. And these are all high school kids coming down voluntarily, and I was like, wow, look at this. And I started out as a coach, helping them out in any way I can. And I just became more and more involved with it. It's my way of giving back to the sport. I've been a competitive shooter basically since I started shooting, which is about 21, 22 years now. I've been competing in the Empire State Games outside of last year when we didn't have any for the last 20 years. The shooters that are on the line presently, we have 3 advanced shooters. They are in there between 2nd and 4th year in the program, and we have 3 new shooters this is their first year. Serge is one of the members that's been in the program for a number of years. He graduated from high school, and he's come back this season to help us out as a coach. To get started in the program, the kids go through a 3-week safety course and a 4th week in which they have a final exam. We revamped the course over the summer and made it more involved. We put a very high emphasis on safety and on knowing how to handle the rifle. There's 2 quizzes as well as the final, and they need an overall average of 80 in order to pass and to become part of the program. Out of all the kids that came to the safety class, there were 3 kids that didn't make the cut. They got grades of less than 80. They apparently didn't take it seriously enough and study, and don't make the grade, you don't get on the team. The great thing about our program is that you don't have to have your own air rifle to participate. We have all the air guns here, we maintain them, and we assign the air gun to each individual shooter based upon their height and how heavy rifle they can handle. What makes our program extra special is that within the 5 boroughs in New York City, we are the only shooting program of this type. We currently have 11 members. We have room for up to 20. Generally, girls tend to be better shooters because they listen to the instructions and what they're told, and they don't have a preconceived notion of what has to be done. We have some members that have done other types of shooting before, and it's a matter of getting them to unlearn their old habits and learn how to shoot our way.
I'm out here on the property with Paul Cray. We're set up in the Pines, and he's going to be introducing me to the sport of field target shooting. So, Paul, what do we have going on here?
How you doing, Crystal? Today we have 2 lanes set up. We're going to have 2 targets per lane. Generally speaking, a whole match of field target, you'd have anywhere between 10 and 15 lanes per match, and anywhere between, say, 2 and 3 targets per match. We will shoot. Today we're going to shoot the targets twice. Hopefully you're going to knock them down, right?
Hopefully.
And we're going to shoot from the sitting position because about 90% of our shots are taken from the sitting position. We shoot sitting, standing, and kneeling.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready if you are.
Let's go shoot. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Well, Crystal, this is what a field target lane looks like. As you see, we have 2 targets. We have a target that's close and a target that's actually further away. Depending on what the rules are for that particular match will determine which target we address first. Is going to be, sometimes you will shoot the close target first, sometimes it's the left. It depends on the match director.
Right.
So today we're going to address the left target first, then the right.
Okay.
We're going to take 2 shots per target, and the first thing I do is when I address a lane, is I find the string and run it all the way back to the target. Make sure the target is up. Make sure there's no branches or twigs in between myself and the target. And if you notice the wind is blowing our string to the right, that's a great test for wind. And likewise, we'll do it with the second target.
Okay. Do you know how far out the targets are before you start?
That's the unique aspect of field target is we don't know the distance to the targets, and we determine that by range finding with our scopes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready to get into position if you are.
You ready to shoot?
Yeah.
Absolutely, let's shoot.
Now, I've only shot in the seated position once before, and I guess I would say that this was the most comfortable, but is there a more proper way to sit when you're shooting?
No, the secret is comfort.
Okay.
Whatever works for you is what works for you.
Okay.
So basically you have to be, you have to be relaxed. You're not overstraining yourself. That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, this feels great.
Are you relaxed?
Yeah, I mean, does it matter how far apart my knees or my feet are?
Absolutely not. Again, it's just comfort. If you're in a natural position, you're not straining yourself, that's what's going to work.
Yeah, this feels great. And is there a time limit when I'm shooting?
Yeah, for 4 targets, we get 5 minutes. And the timer starts when your bum hits the bag.
Oh, okay, well then I guess I need to be ready.
You ready to shoot?
Yeah.
Let's go, let's go.
Okay.
When you get your rifle on target, good shooting technique is to close your eyes, relax, purposely relax your shoulders mainly. Make sure your body's relaxed, your breathing is shallow, calm, and open your eyes again and see where the scope is pointing. If you're on target, you're good to go. On target?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. So now you're going to focus in on the very center of the kill zone with the scope, and at the same time you're going to concentrate on the wind and make sure you can feel the wind on your face, you can watch the string, and you're going to watch the center of the target, and that's all going to happen at the same time. So when you're ready, just concentrate and gently squeeze the trigger. Good shot. And normally because we're using a scope, you can actually tell where your shot went. Did you notice?
To hit on the target, I didn't, but I'll look through and see.
Have a look next time. Again, you're going to concentrate on the crosshair gluing itself to the center of the kill zone, and you just gently squeeze the trigger. Well, Crystal, that's amazing shooting.
Thank you.
Would you like to try my rifle?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this is what you used to shoot professionally?
Yeah, this is a Steyr, and this was designed specifically for field target. Okay. You notice it's a lot heavier straight off,
Much
right?
heavier. And what is this colorful?
Well, that's a knee riser, and basically takes the rifle up off your knee a few inches. It's a little more comfortable to use. Awesome shot.
Thank you. You know, I noticed the trigger is much lighter on this gun
Yeah,
too.
about 3 ounces, match trigger.
Very
Pretty
cool.
awesome, right?
Yeah. Paul, thank you so much for teaching me all this today. I've had a lot of fun.
You're a natural shooter.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if I take a few
Go
more
ahead,
shots?
knock yourself out.
Cool.
Yeah, Ma. I'm busy. I drank all the soda. I was thirsty. Hey, wait, Ma. Can you do me a favor? Can you pick up some more soda? Okay, thanks. Awesome.
AirForce Airguns. Serious airguns for the serious shooter.
Ow, ow, ow.
Wow. This Benjamin is powerful and quiet. This is something else, this thing.
Yeah, you know, speaking of quiet, I found field target shooting to be extremely quiet.
Yeah.
I was set up in the pines with Paul, and he did a really nice job showing me everything. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're a great shot, Crystal, and Paul said that you're a natural at field target.
Awesome.
You think it's something you might want to keep practicing?
Yeah, I definitely would. I really liked it.
All right. Well, speaking of powerful, this Benjamin Trail Nitro Piston XL is a powerful break barrel air rifle that's also quiet. It's quiet because it has two very special features. Instead of a traditional metal mainspring, it uses nitro piston technology. This is a nitrogen-filled gas piston that replaces a metal spring. It also has a permanently attached bull barrel that also quiets the shot. You know, using a break barrel today, Crystal, gives me a good idea for our next safety segment. I think I have an experiment I want to do.
Okay.
So if you want to hang out here and keep practicing with the Talon SS, I'll go down and do that.
All right, sounds
Okay,
good.
cool. You know, they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Another thing that will keep the doctor away is knowing how to safely operate and handle spring piston break barrel air rifles. Before we go ahead and show you how to do that, we've set up an experiment for you to demonstrate the awesome power behind spring piston air guns. What we have here is a very powerful spring piston air gun. What we're going to do is cock it and remotely fire it. Folks, do not try this at home. It could be very, very dangerous and you'd destroy your air gun. So let me go ahead and cock this and we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and break this open. This is about 30 pounds of cocking effort here. Boy, I don't like being anywhere near that when I'm not holding on to the barrel. Okay, safety is on. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, I'm quite a distance away from our cocked air gun over there. I've got my safety line and my trigger line. Here goes nothing. Take it off safe. And here goes the trigger. All right, I think we made some applesauce. Let's go see what happened. Well, it's safe to say that this air gun is completely ruined. I can guarantee the barrel is bent, the safety no longer works. This thing is trash. And if your head had been in the way when this thing went off, this is what could happen to it. Now let me go ahead and show you how to safely cock and hold a break barrel air rifle. Folks, I've seen far too many online videos of people handling their spring-powered air guns in an unsafe manner. I'm here today to show you how to properly load a break barrel air rifle and a side lever air rifle. There are a couple of ways you can do it, but the only way to really do it is safely. With a break barrel air rifle, if you're right-handed, put the butt of the rifle on your hip. The first method is to simply slap open the barrel, put your pellet in the breech, hand back on the forestock, and cock the rifle. Bring it back up. You're now ready to take aim and shoot. The second way to load a break barrel air rifle is the most traditional, and that's to slap the barrel, get a good firm grip on the barrel. Don't use just 4 fingers. That's why we have thumbs. Wrap it around there, keep your hand on the forestock, bring it down. If you're right-handed, use your left hand, take your pellet, put it in the breech, hand back on the forestock, swing the barrel back up. You are now loaded, ready to take aim and fire. With a side lever air rifle, it's a little bit different. If you're right-handed, put the butt of the rifle on your right hip, cock the rifle, put that cocking arm underneath your arm. In the event that the anti-bear trap mechanism fails, your fingers will be safe. You're now loaded, ready to take aim and fire. And also remember, if you're shooting with another person, maintain a proper distance, and when loading, keep that muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Folks, if you learn how to operate spring-powered air guns safely, you will have a lifetime of fun and enjoyment.
Unlike firearms that produce a powder residue, airgun barrels don't need to be cleaned that often. Even if you shoot your airguns a lot, the barrels only need to be cleaned once or twice a year. We recommend that you always clean your new airguns because the guns can be coated in rust-inhibiting oils left over from the manufacturing process that can affect your accuracy. You can go out and buy a cleaning kit, but we found the best way was to just use a basic weed trimmer line. The first step is to make a loop. Let me show you how. To make the loop, I'm using a propane torch, but you can use something as easy as a candle, and kids, please don't try this at home. Always ask your parents to help out. The first thing I'm going to do is take my weed trimmer line and leave about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, just enough to make a loop out of it. So I'm going to hold it over the torch and soften it just so I can mold it. Get it nice and soft. Okay? What you want to do is make your loop as narrow as possible. So when you have your finished product, it kind of looks like the eye of a needle. Okay, once that's nice and tight, the next step is to heat the end up just enough to weld it to itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, once it's stuck, I'm gonna pass it over the flame just so it can heat up. Okay, once you feel that your weed trimmer line is welded to itself, you can go ahead and test it out. Pull it apart to make sure it's nice and tight. I think I've got a pretty good loop here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean my barrel. When cleaning springers like this Model 34, you should never cock your rifle. All you need to do is break open the barrel so you have access to the breech. I went ahead and added on 2 cleaning patches to my loop. When you're using a .22 caliber rifle, always use 2 patches, but if it's .177, you only need 1. The first thing I'm gonna do is run the line through the barrel. Once it's through, you can go ahead and add some bore cleaning compound. I'm gonna go ahead and rub it on the patch here. Okay, next I'm just gonna pull the line through the barrel. Okay, once you've run your line through a few times with the cleaning compound on it, you can go ahead and replace the patch with a dry one. Just repeat the steps until your patch comes out clean, and your barrel should be too. You know, the best thing about using such a simple method is that it's safe for your barrel, it's super easy, and it's really cheap. So with your extra money, you can go ahead and buy yourself some more pellets. I'm up here practicing with the pre-charged pneumatic AirForce Talon SS, and what makes this rifle so quiet is that the frame is milled from a single piece of aluminum, and inside is an extremely accurate match-grade Lothar-Walther barrel. In addition, it has an adjustable power wheel. If you're looking for more shots per fill, just dial it down, and if you want that really powerful shot, just turn it up. Speaking of powerful shots, our big bore airgun hunting expert Eric Henderson was recently on a hog hunt with a gun that wasn't so quiet. Let's roll that tape and check it out.
It's the first morning here at the Hoot and Holler. We hunted last night. I filmed Brett shoot a pig. That was quite the adventure. A lot of excitement in that hunt. 2 weeks ago, I killed a pig here with my 909S. And I've had a lot of luck at this stand. Haven't heard or seen any pigs yet this morning. Sat here and watched the squirrels and the cardinals, listening to the birds sing. Didn't hear or see a single pig. That's pig hunting. Eric Henderson here with American Airgunner. I just killed a really nice sow with a 909. It's probably about 15 yards. I was using the BHD 250 grain bullets. They're pure lead bullets. Looks like kind of a young one. Its cutters aren't very big. Let's see where it hit. Oh yeah, right below the eye, look at that. That's a nice shot. She went down really fast. The sows are usually the best eating, and it's a nice one. The 909S from Sam Yang, got it from Pyramid Air. This one has a new look to it. It has a special coating from Sandstrom products, and it's a very durable finish. It's a matte coating, so it doesn't shine. And as you can see, this is still a very, very accurate gun.
I'll go for the wabbit. That wascally wabbit. Where is he? This is a perfect way to end a long week of television production.
I agree.
Folks, we'd like to thank you for joining us on today's episode of American Airgunner. My name is Paul Capello.
And I'm Crystal Ackley.
Until next time.
Shoot safe and have fun.
I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna hunt me some metal wabbits.